Welcome back. The Tamil Nadu government has proposed allocating over 1 crore rupees towards procuring washing machines to be provided to government-run child protection homes. Chief Minister Jayalalitha announced sanctioning 1.20 crore rupees towards purchasing the machines for 34 such homes run by the Social Welfare Department. The move would spare children the burden of washing their clothes and rather focus on other activities including education. About 5 kg of gold jewellery brought by two jewellery merchants from Mumbai was reported missing from the private bus in which they arrived in the city from Madurai this morning. The police said that jewellery merchants were scheduled to hand over the 5 kg of gold worth 1.5 crore rupees to jewellery traders in Chennai. They boarded a private bus in Madurai and arrived at the Chennai-Coimbatore bus terminus when they noticed that the suitcase containing the jewellery was missing. A special team headed by the Assistant Commissioner of Police from Tambaram has been formed to investigate the case.
A Mumbai-based gold merchant sent two of his employees with 5.5 kilograms of gold worth about 1.5 crore rupees. Both the employees landed up in a police station in South Chennai saying that the gold went missing. They were in fact on board a private bus and they were travelling from Madurai to Chennai. Then the employees told the police that they fell asleep, and later when they woke up, they were shocked and surprised to see the bag missing, and they lodged a complaint with the police. The police are conducting investigations with the driver and the conductor, and in fact the police say they have some doubts as far as this complaint is concerned, because this man was basically carrying gold worth 5.5 kilograms, and the police are verifying whether he has a proper receipt. The gold merchant from Mumbai arrived in Chennai, and the police are in fact cross-examining the facts as far as this case is concerned. The police say they will soon be in a position to nab the criminal.
On to international news now. The non-aligned summit has begun in Tehran. Among a host of bilateral talks scheduled, the most important one was the meeting between the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and Pakistani President Zardari. It assumed significance as the Supreme Court upheld the death sentence for Pakistani terrorist Atmal Kasab just yesterday. The big question is, will the Prime Minister bring up the slow pace of the 26/11 trial in Pakistan with Zardari? In addressing the NAM summit, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh urged the member states to unite in the battle against terrorism. He also identified international terrorism, proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, menace of piracy and growing threat to cybersecurity as some transnational challenges that need coordinated action. Also showing concern over the deteriorating situation in Syria, he said that NAM should take a stand on the issue. Singh also said that the current structures for global governance were inadequate in dealing with the present economic and political crisis.
By external intervention, the deteriorating situation in Syria is a matter of particular concern. Our movement should take a stand on the issue in keeping with universally accepted principles. We should urge all parties to recommit themselves to resolving the crisis peacefully through a Syrian-led, inclusive political process that can meet the legitimate aspirations of all Syrian citizens. The non-aligned movement, Mr. Chairman, has always championed the cause of the Palestinian people. Today, we should renew our pledge to support an early resolution of the Palestinian question so that the long-suffering people of Palestine can live in peace and dignity in a state of their own.
Amid din over the CAG report on coal block allocation issue, the Lok Sabha passed a bill that would allow the government to set up AIIMS-like institutes across the country by notification. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences Bill 2012 will replace an ordinance which allowed the 6 AIIMS-like institutes to become operational from the 15th of September. Over to the air hostess suicide case, the Delhi court has extended till the 11th of September the judicial custody of former Haryana Minister Gopal Goyal Khanda's employee Aruna Chadha, accused in the Geetika Sharma suicide case. Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Devendra Kumar Jangla remanded Chadha to 12 days judicial custody after the police said that the investigation in the case was still going on. Chadha was produced in the court after expiry of her 14-day judicial custody. News from Assam: over 420 refugees have returned home from relief camps in Lower Assam, where no fresh incidents have been reported. 126 refugees returned home from one camp in Kokrajhar district since yesterday, and one has been closed, while 245 returned in Chirang district. There are 235,412 refugees in 213 camps in Kokrajhar, Chirang, Dhubri and Bongaigaon districts, which include 211,194 belonging to the minority community. Onto economy now. The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange fell 79 points, or 0.5% to 17,411 in opening trade this morning, as funds and retail investors offloaded positions ahead of the monthly settlement in the derivative segment amid weak Asian bourses. Later, the Sensex recovered some lost ground to stand a more modest 23 points or 0.1% in negative territory at 17,468 in afternoon deals. So now the short break for now. We'll be right back soon.